If you've ever heard of pancreatic cancer, it was probably in the context of bad news. There's a reason for that. Pancreatic cancer is not one of the most common cancers in the world, but it is one of the deadliest. Globally, in 2022, over 500,000 people were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and almost 470,000 died from it, nearly one death for every single diagnosis. That's an incredibly brutal ratio, and it tells you how unforgiving this disease is. Recently, researchers in Spain have done something that is turning heads in the cancer research community. In a new study, scientists used a triple drug combination in mice with advanced pancreatic tumors, and they saw something almost unheard of in this field. The tumors completely disappeared. Even more striking, the tumors did not come back during long follow-up, and the treatment caused no major side effects in the animals. The work, led by renowned cancer researcher Mariano Barbacid at Spain's National Cancer Research Center, was published in the prestigious journal PNAS, the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Using several different mouse models, including aggressive genetically engineered tumors and even human pancreatic cancer tissue grown in mice, the team combined 3 targeted agents that shut down key survival pathways used by pancreatic cancer cells, especially those driven by KS, the main oncogene behind more than 90% of pancreatic cancers. Why is that important? Pancreatic tumors are masters of resistance. When you block one pathway with a drug, the tumor rewires itself and finds another route to keep growing. That's why, in patients, many drugs work for a few months and then fail. This triple therapy attacks 3 critical points in the KRAS signaling network at the same time, including a KRAS inhibitor already tested in other cancers, an EGFR family inhibitor, and a STAT3 targeting protein degrader, so the tumor has far fewer escape routes. In the study, that strategy didn't just shrink tumors. It wiped them out and kept them from returning for over 200 days in mice, which is a very long time on a mouse timescale. Now, before we jump to cure for cancer found, there's an important reality check. These results are preclinical. That means all of this has only been proven in mice and in mouse models carrying human tumor tissue, not in actual human patients yet. A lot of promising treatments that look amazing in animal models never translate perfectly to people. Human bodies are more complex, side effects can be very different, and dosing and safety have to be worked out very carefully in clinical trials. The authors themselves are cautious. They say these findings should guide the development of new clinical trials for pancreatic ductal adenocarcinoma. That's the most common and most aggressive form of pancreatic cancer, and they hope this approach can improve survival, but they are not calling it an immediate cure for humans. To understand why this matters so much, it helps to look at how pancreatic cancer behaves in real life. The pancreas sits deep inside the abdomen, so early tumors are basically hidden. Early symptoms are vague: mild abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, loss of appetite, early fullness after eating, fatigue, a change in bowel habits, or even new-onset diabetes after the age of 50. As surgical oncologist Dr. Arun Kumar Goel explains, that's why pancreatic cancer is often called a silent cancer. It's not truly without symptoms, but the symptoms are so nonspecific that people and even doctors can easily attribute them to common digestive issues. By the time many patients are diagnosed, the cancer has already spread or grown too large to remove surgically, and current treatments, mainly chemotherapy, often only extend life by months. 5-year survival rates are still in the low double digits globally. Risk is higher in smokers, people with chronic pancreatitis, long-standing diabetes or diabetes after 50, heavy alcohol use, obesity, those with a family history or inherited mutations, and older adults, especially over 60. So, what this new mouse study brings is hope plus a roadmap. It shows that if you hit pancreatic cancer hard enough, at multiple weak points at once, you can potentially get complete and durable responses, at least in animal models. It also reinforces a larger trend in oncology, the era of smart, combination-targeted therapies instead of single magic bullet drugs. The next steps will be designing human clinical trials, figuring out safe doses, confirming that side effects remain manageable, and checking whether the same powerful responses can be seen in real patients. That process takes years. But for a cancer where survival has barely improved in decades, even the possibility of long-lasting control is a major reason for cautious optimism. For now, the key takeaway is this: no, we do not yet have a guaranteed cure for pancreatic cancer in humans. But this Spanish triple therapy study is one of the clearest signals so far that, with the right combinations, even this silent killer might finally be forced into retreat.